everybody, it's time for Ghost and Crendor!
Crendor In The Morning.
In the morning! Live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording! Wake your ass up! It's up next Crendor In The Morning! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Thursday show!
You got a little confused there.
Well, it's both. It's both, is what it is.
It is both.
Look. I have a lot of work to do. And this podcast, unless someone wants to pay us, we're doing it on the freezies. So you got to deal with it sometimes when we don't do it every day.
But if
That's
you
life.
really want us to do it every day,
Get someone to pay us. I think that would work. I think
Red
we would
Baron?
be willing to take your money, is what we're saying.
Red Baron, I will take your money and your pizzas that are very good. And
Squishables Corporation, if you want to get with us.
Squishables, purple Doritos, or just Doritos in general. I like the purple
Doritos. Purple. Speaking of Doritos, I know which kind you're talking about. Those are the ones that are like the sweet and spicy kind, right? As you eat them right now. Good work, buddy.
Aren't they good?
Those are a little too sweet for me. They're good, but it tastes like they're coated in sugar, and I can't handle those. However, because I'm so close to the Mexican border, when you come out here next time, we need to go to like a 7-Eleven or something and just buy one of each of the millions of types of Doritos that you've never seen before. There are Doritos here that have there are 12 different kinds that are each of the different hot sauces on the Doritos. There's Doritos that are like special combinations of flavors I've never seen before. And the best part is the Dorito packaging. It's like Tapitos, Doritos, Chimichangas. I'm like, what is this? And so I was like, I'll try this one, and I'll try this one. And they're all really good. Really good.
I really want those Mexican Doritos now.
I'm telling you, it's delicious. They have so many different kinds. But yeah, so that's Doritos. Doritos, we'll take your sponsorship.
We will. And
look, I'll do it.
I was at Whole Foods the other day, and I was checking out. Guy that was bagging my groceries.
Checking out some guy, yeah.
So the guy who was bagging my groceries, he was like on a rant about something. The checkout girl was laughing. And I was like listening, and he was like, and that's when I was like, man, I'm just so broke from working at PetSmart. And he was just like, and that's why I just kept eating dog biscuits. And I was like, did I just hear him say he ate dog biscuits? And then she was laughing, and he's like, but I mean, they're like, they're filling, and like, they don't make you sick or anything. And like, I was living on no money.
Here's the sad thing. I might have explained this before, but once again, putting my dad on hot street. That man, my father, has been known to eat dog biscuits. And here's the thing. Knowing that sounded crazy, I thought to myself, I have to try dog biscuit. So I've eaten a dog biscuit as well. I'm going to let you know, they aren't really disgusting. They just don't taste like anything. I guess they assume dogs don't have taste buds. Because even the ones that are labeled like, delicious peanut butter flavor, taste like nothing. It has zero taste to it.
Maybe. The dogs have superior taste buds and are able to taste what we cannot.
I would assume so, but I just think that they lie to us because they don't expect humans to eat it. And they're like, hey, your stupid dog will taste peanut butter. But, yeah,
true.
I mean, that is... I've actually had a dog biscuit. I learned it from my father. Dad, I learned it from you! And so, best drug commercial ever, by the way. If you ever see that commercial where the kid's like, the dad's like, where'd you learn to smoke this pot? And he's like, I learned it from you! That's same thing with dog biscuits. So, yeah, they have no taste. So if you want to try one, go ahead. It isn't going to kill you. It's literally just, I guess, carbs and protein. I don't even know what's in dog biscuits, but it's that. Actually, I know people that I knew this guy in college that ate canned cat food because he was in track, and he said it was more nutrient rich than legit people food.
Oh.
So he ate that like that fancy feast crap that they give the cats, right? He ate that, and he's like, look, it tastes just like every other canned food in the world, except it's like nutrient rich. I was like, that is creepy. Now I'm wondering, If maybe he was onto something.
might.
He could have become a super famous track star. I don't know.
He could have. He's probably running marathons right now.
Probably. He probably ran across the country Forrest Gump style, driven insane by all the fancy feasts he ate.
I just realized I missed the Tombstone quote where he said, "If you want to try dog biscuits, just go for it," or whatever.
Hey, you know what? That's not necessarily a Tombstone quote, as it is just a life quote.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. That's what Nike was talking about. Just do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of drugged out people,
Yes.
I was at the donut shop the other day buying donuts. This lady in front of me, I'm pretty sure she was like drugged out on all the drugs. She's just
On
standing
all
there.
the
She's
drugs.
talking on the phone, taking up like the doorway, and she's just like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's okay. And then when she went to order, she's like, now do you sell the pastries? The pastries are okay. I had one and it was just really dry. It was bad. I don't want that one. I want a donut. That's how she talked. I was like, this woman is scaring me. And
Well,
then she
it
ordered
is
her
a
food and
donut
left.
shop. When did you go there? What time?
I went there at like 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, so that's different. Way back last year, last June, July, whenever our dear friends Trish and Sarah were out here for VidCon. I don't know what time it was. We were over at a friend's house partying. And on the way back, they're like, hey, let's get some donuts at this donut place. I'm like, okay. So we pull into the it's like right up the street, but there's also like a 7-Eleven right next to it. So they went in to go get drinks or whatever it is that women do in 7-Elevens. I don't even know. And I went over to the donut shop. As I turn the corner to go into the donut shop, inside there's no one in there except for one woman. And the woman looks at me and like gives me like this wink. And mind you, she's mildly attractive. She's not ugly, right? And she gives me this wink. And then I look at her and I like just sort of nod, you know, like just politely, like, hey, how's it going? And she stands up and looks like she's about to approach me. And then I walk to the counter and talk to the person. I see her still standing there, like looking at me. And then I get the donuts and I say hi and walk by her and leave. And then I see her just sit back down. And it hit me, I wonder if she was a prostitute and thought that I was trying to like pick her up. And like she picks up dudes in the donut shop.
Whoa.
I've always wondered that. Because it doesn't make sense that she would stand up, like she would acknowledge my presence as I'm walking in, look at me, be like, hi, stand up like I'm supposed to go talk to her. Don't talk to, maybe she was a drug dealer. That's a possibility too.
It is LA.
She could, you're right, she could just be from LA and crazy. But at the time it was really, I was like, I don't know what is happening.
That's just
here.
the thing she does. She just goes to the donut shop. She's like, time to say hi to people today.
But I was at the time, I was like, I wonder if she was a prostitute. Because it was really weird.
Well, what was she
And
wearing?
so,
was she wearing like just like a hoodie? Like was she wearing like drug dealer clothes?
No, she was just wearing like a normal outfit a woman would wear
No.
at 1 a.m. on a Saturday night.
So
like,
she wasn't
it
wearing
was-
like a hoodie.
No, she wasn't wearing I'm a drug dealer outfit, nor was she wearing I'm a dirty whore outfit. She was just wearing like normal clothes, which is why it was so confusing to me. Like, look, I need specific signals. Wear your costume if you're gonna be a thing. I remember when I first moved here, there was a woman who was covered in bubble wrap. Like she was a bubble wrap woman. And she was walking down the street. You know what you're getting out of that. I'm just saying.
Oh, I remember there was the
Dress
one guy.
like how you are.
The one guy took his shoes off, put them by the street, then he walked away, and then he ran back and grabbed him like someone was gonna steal him.
Yes, right? There's crazy people. I live near Venice Beach, for those wondering, and Venice Beach is very near Santa Monica, which is basically the homeless capital of California. And Santa Monica is filled with crazy people.
They should just rename it Hoboville.
It is. There's actually a really funny episode of South Park where they get all of the homeless people in Colorado to go to Santa Monica. Like, people always ask me why I love LA. It has the highest per capita rate of crazy people in the entire world. So, in the smallest space, it has the most crazy people. I love that. I like being able to see crazy people every day because they're all wonderful.
It's like watching TV, but without turning on the TV.
You can just look out your window and see something funny happening. So, speaking of crazy people, we got sent an amazing quiz that I wanted to give you.
Okay.
It is, I guess it's from a magazine. I don't know which magazine it is, but I guess it's a gaming magazine. And is this an RPG or Florida quiz? So it's gonna give you a headline, and you have to determine if that's from an RPG, a role-playing game. For those, role-playing games encompass a lot of things, but in this case, they're talking about video role-playing games. Is it one of those? Is it the plot of that? Or is it a Florida headline?
This
is
exciting.
This was sent by Caden, and so I have the answers, and I want to test your knowledge.
Thank you, Caden.
Thank you. Are you ready for this? Because it's amazing.
Ready.
Number one, fans can do this at home as well. Number one.
No, you
RPG,
can't. You can't do this at home.
You can.
Don't even try.
You'll fail.
Nerds.
Says us. All right. Number one, RPG or Florida? Man steals sweet roll, hides it in pants. Is that from an RPG or is that from Florida?
That has to be Florida.
The answer? Florida, of course.
Yes.
No video game we caught dead. Although I will say it's possible the video game Skyrim could fulfill that now.
Oh, that's true.
This seems like it might be an old, because it has the game Chrono Trigger as its like cover, so this could be old. I feel like Skyrim was inspired by Florida. So Elder Scrolls fans, your game is very similar to Florida. All right. Number two. Man and dog find bronze gorilla statue in the woods. Florida or RPG?
I bet that's RPG.
Florida.
Damn.
I want to know the story behind that. A man and his dog find bronze gorilla statue in the woods?
It's just like they're walking through the woods, just like, wait, hold on. Is that a gorilla statue? Like, dude, that's made of bronze.
Knowing Florida, that guy tried to melt it down and sell it for crack.
You know what? I done find a gorilla statue out in the woods. Now I can melt it down and make my teeth with it.
And he did. He did. And that's the end of that story. Okay. Number three. Man and his dog uncover abandoned laboratory.
That's an RPG.
Of course that's an RPG.
Yeah. There's no, like, people in Florida that are like man and dog both walking around together that are smart enough.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, the fact that laboratory, even an abandoned one, doesn't exist in Florida. They don't. Science doesn't exist there.
Yeah.
All right.
Science.
Okay, number four. RPG or Florida. Teacher attacked by airborne fish.
You know what? That's Florida.
Yes, that is Florida.
Had to be Florida.
Of course. Number five. Love triangle between two sisters and adopted brother leaves one dead.
No, I'm gonna go with RPG.
Yes, that is in fact an RPG, although I don't know what RPG that is. Because it seems weird where there are two sisters and an adopted brother and they're just all banging, I guess. I don't...
Apparently.
Sounds like a game. All right. RPG or Florida. Woman refuses to leave launch pad, delays space shuttle launch.
That sounds like someone's crazy enough to do that in Florida, so I'm gonna say Florida.
No, it's an RPG.
Damn.
Apparently Florida has its rocket launches down. That's one thing they're good at. It's launching rockets.
I'm keeping crazy people off the launch pad.
Yes. Number seven. Alleged stabber claims he was possessed by cat spirit.
I want to say RPG, but then I'm like, who would make a game where that happened? Then I think of Florida, and then I'm like, it has to be Florida, because I can imagine that happening.
Is that your final answer, Florida?
Yes.
No, it's an RPG.
Damn it.
Oh, again, that sounds like something I should know about.
That sounds like a game we should know about.
All right, number 8. Woman attacks lover after disappointing sexual performance.
That's Florida.
Of course it is.
No, yeah,
in a video game, you always perform excellently in the sex department. Even if your guy's like, I'm Nerdy Nerdington, he's still got like a 10-foot wang. That's how video games work. They know their audience. They aren't stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Number 9. Late night television blamed for increase in teen murders.
RPG.
That is in fact an RPG. I don't know what late night television is in that RPG.
No, it's probably the infomercials.
I assume they're talking about Carson Daly if that was real life. I know I want to murder people after I watch his show.
I know on Discovery Channel, they have that guy that heals people, and he's like, "You'll be healed!" And they're like, "Oh, thank you, Jesus." And apparently he got caught 10 years ago for fraud and everything, and he went to jail or something, and now he's back doing it, yet people still go to him.
Of course. Of course.
I don't know. He's probably in Florida.
Of course he is. All right, number 10. Woman driving vehicle 100 miles per hour claims when pulled over, divine forces made her do it.
I think that's
RPG.
RPG.
No! 'Twas Florida. Only in Florida could someone claim divine forces made them do anything.
It's true. They did go to that guy's thing.
All right, well, we're getting towards the end here. I am a reincarnated space traveler, says a robot enthusiast. Florida or RPG?
RG4 wannabe. Florida.
No, that's an RPG.
Damn it, I wanted it to be Florida.
I like how Florida and RPGs are very similar. Apparently, role-playing games are just like living in Florida.
They are. Maybe we should go to Florida and then we'll be like, we're in a game.
We should do a live week of podcasts from Florida.
Or just green screen it.
Yeah, one of the two. All right, the next one. Adult woman adopted by wealthy boyfriend.
I would say RPG.
No, Florida. That's a real thing. Apparently, when you date a woman, making her your kid makes it sexier. I guess.
In Florida, it does.
Large beehive, thousands of bees threaten residential area.
That has to be Florida.
Of course it is. I imagine it's one of the retirement communities like, oh no, the bees are everywhere, Harold.
I told him the bees were gonna come one day and here they are. He thought I was
the
crazy.
Semitic bees. They're only attacking the Jews. Okay, number 14.
Someone
Man
just make like a
offered-
10-second animation of that, please. Just the bees attacking old people.
Number 14, this one I know the answer to immediately. Man offers to shoot children out of cannon.
I'm not too sure about that. But
Yeah, you have to assume it's both, right?
you do.
Like you have, because I know for a fact the game Secret of Mana, way back when I was like 11, had that, where that's how you traveled. A dude shot you out of a cannon. But with that said, you have to assume in Florida, a man is offered to shoot children out of a cannon.
It's like some guy spent his life savings on like a cannon from a circus. He's just like, Bill and Bob, you get that cannon, you get extra supper tonight. He's just like, Jay Willikers!
Sure thing, Pa! I jump in a gun! Now I'm gonna blast you off, boy! I'm gonna shoot you into that there swamp! You're gonna find me some of them boa constrictors, you hear me? Okay, pal! Now take that knife in your mouth, like, and you go get me some of them snooks.
And find me that bronze gorilla statue I heard about. We can sell that on the Pawn Stars.
Alright. Number 15. Sexual assault at wrestling tournament under investigation.
Florida.
No. It's an RPG. What? What? What RPG is that? That has to be Florida too. That has to be a both. You know there's lots of sexual assault going on in Florida wrestling tournaments. I'm sorry. I like the way you mount that other boy.
And like, there's naked people that jump off roofs.
That's what I'm saying. Like half of these, I feel like this is so old that at this point every one of these has happened in both things.
Yeah, that's obviously the case.
I feel like that's the case. All right. Number 16. Father assaults son's romantic rival.
RPG.
Florida.
What?
I figure that's happened in RPGs too. See,
Yeah.
again, that's a both thing. All right. Number 17. The final one. Man uses samurai sword, mop, as weapons during altercation.
That's Florida.
It is, in fact, both. It's the first both one they have. So you can imagine a man wielding a samurai sword and holding a mop, assaulting the shit out of people.
It's like, hey, you want me to cut you up or you want me to mop your face?
He'll
do
both. All right, now it's time to go to chapter 7 in the sky with Crendor. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Traffic today is crazy. I'm gonna talk into this cup because I like talking into cups and it makes me sound like I'm doing my job, but I'm not. I'm just sitting here on the ground.
Thanks, guy Crendor hires every once in a while. All right, now let's go to Crendor at the weather desk. How's that weather?
I think we're going to take a trip down to Boalsburg, Pennsylvania.
Why do you find places no one lives?
I type in 3 letters and see what comes up.
Nice,
That's what I do. There's people there's somebody in Boalsburg right now. It's just like, they picked me for the weather today. And then you're like, where do you find these shitty places? And he's just like, oh. It's 27 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 mile per hour, west-southwest winds, 96% humidity, 26-degree dew point, 29.78 inches of pressure, and a 0 low on the UV index. It's always
Here's
good.
a question I have. We've been doing this for a while, and we've been saying pressure readings for a while. The highest we've gotten was like 30-something. What happens if you get over 50 pressure? Do, like, your faces melt in? Like, what happens?
What about if you get 1?
Yeah, what if you have 1? Do you expand to the point of infinity? What happens? Why is it always around 20-something or 30-something?
It is. People,
What
figure
is-
that out.
What is going on here? That's the real thing that we need to be focusing on.
It's true. And
That should be an investigative report. This Friday, an investigative report.
by the
Why
fans.
pressure?
you do
Yeah,
your
by
own
the fans.
investigation.
Look, you do the research, and we'll talk about it or something.
We take the credit.
We might not talk about it.
We'll take all the credit.
Yes.
There are tweets from here. There's Rish Like Fish. He says, thanks at JWork14 for teaching me how to walk in the snow. Hashtag penguin walker no more.
What? What? Yes. All right. I guess that's a skill.
I guess he
people
didn't
need.
know how to walk in the snow.
Even if you were from like Puerto Rico, if you've never seen snow before, I imagine you would figure it out in like a day.
I would imagine so. Just like, oh no, how do I walk on snow?
Right? And then you put one foot in front of the other, and suddenly you're walking on snow.
And Shadowstorm9119 said, wow, just 2 real tweets today. That's a record low.
So I made a third one to comment on it. Good job, Shadowstorm.
And the other one is Dia Dancer. Soon as the ground clears, there is more snow on it.
Very profound.
These are some
That's
great tweets.
that's a summary of life. As soon as the ground clears, there's more snow on it.
As
That's
soon as the ground clears, you'll see another layer below it. And that's when you know life continues to put layers. When you think you've cleared the top layer, it's like an iceberg.
Or an onion, one of the two. Or a cake. Life is like a cake.
It is not like a cake because a cake is rich in sugars, which
But the sugars of life are friends and family. And when you're rich in those, you taste delicious, I guess, is what I'm saying. I want to eat you. I'm saying, listener, I want to eat you. I am very hungry for sweets, listener.
Jesse Cox, 2013.
Keep listening. All right, and now to sports. What's going on in the sports?
Sports, pitcher C.C. Sabathia of the Yankees confessed that he has a cereal eating problem again.
So he just likes to eat cereal? Whoa, God, that sounds horrible
He
for you.
says, no cap and crunch, he told reporters. Same thing I did last offseason, just worked out and watched the diet. I worked out every day, just made sure I watched what I ate. The 6'7", 290-pound Sabathia has struggled to rid himself of that evil Captain Crunch. Around this time 2 years ago, Sabathia admitted that he used to eat the sugary breakfast cereal by the box. That's 15 times the recommended serving size, and it amounts to an extra 2,000 calories.
Damn. Here's the thing, though. Of all the cereals he could pick, he picked the one. I bet his gums were cut up.
Probably.
Like Captain Crunch, ruins your mouth. That is the hardest cereal in the world. It doesn't even get soggy in milk. You still bite into it. And it's like, well, I just cut the roof of my mouth again. Great.
And apparently, when he got rid of the Captain Crunch from his diet, he dropped 25 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch. He packs on that weight. The reason why, though, is because the long sea voyages. Yeah.
Yes. The sea voyages are always the worst. That's what the captain told me, at least.
Right? Before he went out on another sea voyage.
Yeah, to Florida, and he never returned.
That's because he's there looking for the bronze monkey statue.
He is.
I'm telling you, boys! The bronze monkey statue... That's Captain Crunch, by the way. The bronze monkey statue is here! I don't know, Captain. Shut up, yo!
He's lost it, man. He's lost it.
Game over, man! I assume aliens are after Captain Crunch now.
Obviously.
Obviously. They protect the bronze monkey statue.
They do. The alien.
Okay, and now for a big news story of the day.
Well, it's Valentine's Day.
Ooh, it is.
So I figured, why not read this article saying my most memorable Valentine's Day.
Okay.
First one. Their expensive evening left a bad taste in her mouth. My boyfriend and I made reservations months in advance to spend Valentine's Day at a famous restaurant. Since it was special, we decided to splurge on the tasting menu. It was filled with bizarre stuff like cow intestines and raw fish. Naturally, we had to wash our food down with a bottle of wine. Afterward, we went back to his place, and he'd just started kissing me, and all of a sudden I felt sick. Then he felt sick. We both ended up in his tiny bathroom taking turns vomiting up our $150 dinners.
Well, lesson learned then. Plus, you got a funny story to share with each other for the rest of your lives. Like, that's a cute story. So shut up, you whiner. Look, you can even get to share it with the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so horrible, but now I have a great story. Shut up.
Seriously. Number 2, his bold move at the mall really paid off. My best Valentine's Day was the one where I met my husband. I was working part-time at the mall and was out on my lunch break wandering around. I wasn't looking to meet someone. He found me. He asked me out and I turned him down. But can you blame me? I had no idea who he was, just some total stranger. Then I agreed to meet him the following week at a restaurant. Wait,
what? She turned him down and then immediately was like, okay, but I'll meet you next week.
Then I agreed to meet him the following week at a restaurant there in the mall during my dinner break. Nearly 30 years and 3 kids later, we're still together. But she turned him down. Was he just persistent? He was like, no.
No, you listen here. You'll go out with me next week on your break. Oh, okay. I guess I will.
I don't know. That's probably what happened. When the right flowers send the wrong message. Without a doubt, my worst Valentine's Day was the one where I found out my husband was having an affair. He sent us both flowers for the occasion and then told me so afterwards. Divorced shortly afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, sure is funny. From enraged to engaged. After dating for a year and a half, my boyfriend teased me all holiday season long that I was going to be receiving a big rock for Christmas. Imagine my disappointment when I didn't get an engagement ring from him that year. So when Valentine's Day came around, I genuinely wasn't expecting anything. That day, I went to work as usual, and once again, I was disappointed when no flowers arrived. He didn't call me. Blah, blah, blah. Nope, I was so annoyed when he told me stuff. The restaurant was fabulous, and then he proposed. I was hoping he gave her a big rock.
Yeah, wait. So what did he give her for Christmas then? I'm going to give you a big rock for Christmas. What did she get? Like a rock and roll CD or some type of stone? Like what did she get for Christmas? Or was he just a dick? Like, yeah, I'm going to get you a big rock, and then she got flowers.
I was hoping it'd be like a rock in a box. Like
yeah, right?
It's like it was a rock.
Like the guy's like, I'm going to get you a car, and then it's like a little Matchbox car or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, a really funny story. And one day we need to actually have him on to tell these stories. A good friend of mine, Gerard, his dad is the funny... Like, if there wasn't already a Twitter account that's like shit my dad says, his dad would be that Twitter. Like, his dad, for years... He's like, Dad, can I get an Xbox for Christmas? And his dad was like, oh, yes, sure, Gerard. I get you Xbox. I get you Xbox. No, I get you the best thing. And so then when he opened his present the first year, it was shoes. And his dad like laughed at him. And so the next year for his birthday, he's like, Dad, can I please have an Xbox? And his dad's like, yes, John, I'll get you Xbox. And he opens it, it's the exact same pair of shoes. And then so that next Christmas, he's like, Dad, look, I know you're not gonna get me. And he's like, why you say that, Gerard? Why you say? No, of course. And he's like, here, take, open this. It's your present. And of course, it's a pair of shoes. So finally, his next year, the birthday rolls around. He's like, look, I don't want anything from your dad. I just don't want anything. And his dad's like, oh, Gerard. And so he finally, his birthday comes around. There's a box there, and he opens it, and it's an Xbox, I guess a normal one.
Yeah.
It's, the first Xbox. And he opens it, and he's like, oh my God, Dad, thank you so much. He gives him a hug and everything. He opens the box, and inside the box are shoes. I was like, oh my God, your father's the best. He has about 1.5 million stories of his dad. It is the best. That man needs his own TV show.
That's
he is
genius.
He is a total dick. He's amazing. So yes, that's like I feel like yeah, lady, I'm gonna get you a nice rock. I'm gonna give you a big old diamond ring, and it's just like one of those lollipop rings.
Lollipop? Oh yeah, blow pops.
No, not blow
ring
pops. Ring pops.
Yeah.
I like how we couldn't figure out the name of a ring pop. It's like a ring blow. It's like a ring popsicle thing.
Yeah, we need ring pops. I haven't seen those.
I feel like people choked and died on them, and that's why they don't sell them anymore.
Hold on, are they on Amazon? I'm gonna find out. Because if so, I want you to send me...
I feel like we should make a video where we all have like 1 million ring pops on. Like, what up, haters? We got that YouTube money now.
Because if so, I want like a bunch of ring pops. Original ring pop, assorted flavors, and individually wrapped.
Oh my God, 24 pieces display unit.
We could put that in your house.
Here's the thing, though. You can get 24 ring pops for $9. I don't know if that's a deal or not. I can't figure that out.
They had push pops too.
Oh my God, my childhood. All blow pops, 100 blow pops for $16. Again, I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know if these are good things, but
probably not. Remember Warheads?
Oh, I do. Oh, youthful candy. Youthful candy. All right, are there any more of these amazing stories?
Oh yeah, there's Have a Not So Happy Birthday. My birthday's on February 14th, and if you're single on that day, trust me, it means having both a bad Valentine's Day and a bad birthday.
Wow, your life is horrible.
When you're
What about the people who were born near Christmas? They get one gift. They get screwed.
Yeah. Seriously.
What if you were Jesus? Then you get no gifts and then killed.
Jesse Cox, 2013. To the
What
tombstone.
if you were Jesus?
How two best friends led to double the heartbreak. In college, my roommate Laura and I dated two men who were best friends. I'll call them Nick and Rick. The night before Valentine's Day, Rick broke up with me. I thought that was the worst move ever, until the next day when Nick broke up with Laura 15 minutes before they were supposed to go out. It was horrible, but in true college student style, Laura and I drowned our sorrows in pizza and beer.
Look, Laura, if you need a new, let's call ourselves Dick and Penis. If you need a Dick and Penis, give us a call.
There's so many quotes today.
Look, I gotta make up for it. I'm just saying.
Small gestures can have the biggest impact on someone. I'm not overly romantic, so my best V-Day was when my boyfriend at the time surprised me with a gift of sea monkeys and tickets to see the Harlem Globetrotters.
I'm not even gonna lie. That may be the guy who won Valentine's Day.
Maybe.
That guy won. He won the game. He has officially. That's gonna be my move now. From now on, I'm gonna be like, look, I love you, girl. So I bought you tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters and sea monkeys.
Sea monkeys? Are they like?
They're not even like sea monkeys. Aren't even a thing. They're always in that little packet, and you put it in water. They're like little.
People, what are sea monkeys?
They're not a thing. Sea monkeys aren't even. They're not monkeys. I can tell you that.
I just want to know what they are.
They aren't little people like on the packaging, like little happy people. They aren't that either.
We're having a sea monkey party. Oh wait, sea monkeys is a brand name for brine shrimp.
Yeah, okay, so they are shrimp, but they're little tiny shrimp.
Yeah. Well,
right, well, they don't look like
their
shrimp.
plans.
Yeah, they don't look like shrimp.
They look like monkeys.
They don't look like monkeys either. But that one guy did win all of Valentine's Day.
He did.
I'm sorry. There's nothing you, guy out there, can possibly do for your girlfriend that can beat that.
Yeah.
I bet he got super laid that night. She's like, oh, Harlem Globetrotters. It's like at the end of every commercial for a jewelry company or jewelry store.
like that
You
one that's
know
all like,
the implied sexual implications of those commercials because it's like there's one that's out now where they're in a kissing booth. He's like, make sure you look at the camera, and then he pulls out the diamond. And she's like, oh, and then she's like, now make sure, and then they kiss. She's like, better say cheese, or the hell she says, and they kiss, and like the camera thing comes down, and then it shows like the camera's still going off in there, and I'm like, the implied implication is they are banging in that booth. I don't think I need to be the person to say it, but every jewelry store commercial has the implied implication that buying jewelry gets you laid.
What if you're allergic to jewelry?
Well, then you are never having sex again. After you're 40, really, that jewelry is the only way you're getting any.
Yeah.
So you might as well just accept it.
There's the quote of the day.
That tombstone's filling up, man. I could literally die a happy person now, knowing that I've left so much to the world.
And there's just that guy who has to put all the quotes on.
I imagine he looks like Wilford Brimley.
He does.
He's like, my diabetes is acting up, and I'm over here hammering on this damn tombstone,
He keeps putting the
chiseling
quotes
away.
on. He's got like an insulin pen.
In fact, I just say we reanimate Wilford Brimley.
We should.
I don't think he's dead, though. Maybe he is. I don't know. Wilford Brimley, if you're alive, I'm offering to pay you to create my tombstone. If you're dead, well, we don't need your permission. We'll just reanimate you and get you to work.
Hello, everyone. My name's Wilford Brimley. I have diabetes. Today, I'm going to be working on Jesse Cox's tombstone. You may be saying, who the hell's Jesse Cox? I don't even know. But I'll be working on his tombstone today. Wilford Brimley.
Out.
Wilford Brimley, out.
All right, everybody, that's it. We will be back tomorrow for our Friday show. Thank you for listening, and as always, to be continued.